a complete masala Hindi film. Nice, clean entertainment. You can sit with your family and watch it.
I understood that, okay, maybe I enjoy performing and this is something I want to pursue, and let's see if I can make money off it.
Right.
And let's see if I can turn it into a profession, and hence Bombay and whatever.
Right.
I think every human being goes through points in their lives where there's a lot of self-doubt, there's a lack of confidence. I happened to lean on my father at that point of time. I went and I expressed what I was feeling, and he just set me straight. I think he just gave me perspective and gave me strength. And I think at that point of time, that's something that you really need. You just need that support or emotional strength to say, okay, keep continuing on this journey.
Hello everyone, welcome to ETimes, and today we've got the super cool team of Dasvi with us. Welcome Nimrat, welcome Abhishek. How are you guys doing?
Thank you.
Very good, thanks very much.
Okay, so I'll just shoot into the first question. When I was watching the trailer, I thought the two basic themes of Dasvi which were most standing out to me were about importance of education and second chances.
Okay.
So which one's the more dominant one? What are your thoughts about this, Nimrat? Going with you first.
I would, it's hard to choose actually, because I think both should and can go hand in hand. Personally, I think in life, it's never too late to do something that you've always wanted to do, an unfinished dream or something that you had to leave or didn't do or couldn't do, whatever your reasons might be. So I'm a big fan of anyone picking up something unfinished and coming back to it. And very often you hear of certain housewives who got married very early, and then in their 50s or 60s they've completed their degree and gone on to do their masters, and I've heard a lot of those kind of stories and I find them wonderful. And education is non-negotiable.
Right.
There is no either or. Would you want to do it or not? You should be able to do it. It's something I've never come across a situation where you're like, yeah, I wish I wasn't educated. It's always the other way around. That I wish this person had the opportunity to be educated. There is something about the ability to be able to go to an institution, to be around people who've kind of studied together. There's something about that atmosphere, and I feel like it's a fundamental right, and everyone should at least have that opportunity.
True.
And then you choose whatever you want.
Right.
Yeah.
Abhishek, you agree?
Yes, of course.
Any other sort of opinions on this?
No, I think it's very sensibly said by her, so I'll just piggyback on her opinion.
Okay. So, since we're talking about academics and education, how were you both when you were in school? Starting with you, Abhishek. Were you a good student?
I was above average.
Okay.
I was above average, but I was more interested in sports and drama. But I enjoyed school a lot, contrary to what people, some of the happiest times of my life were my high school times, and I really, really enjoyed learning. I still do enjoy learning. I'm riveted by things that are educational. I'm not very book smart in that sense. I've never been good at examinations and stuff, but I love absorbing information. I love reading. I love learning about new things. I love general knowledge. I love general knowledge. So yeah, my schooling days were possibly some of the happiest days of my life.
Okay. Were you as naughty back in school as you are purported to be on film sets?
No, I was pretty much the same. I don't think I've matured much since those days.
No, I would beg to differ. I think you have a wonderful childlike quality. There's a difference in being childish and childlike. I think it's wonderful to retain that curiosity and that effervescence, to not be jaded by life. Really.
Thank you.
That's a nice compliment.
No, it's a really, and I wish for more and more people to be like that around us, because experiences, life, all of that kind of pulls you down a bit.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the energy Abhishek brings to a set with his effervescence. It's really nice.
Right.
Effervescence.
Yeah.
That's a nice
word. Is
word.
that an annoying word for you?
It's an adjective, right? He's very effervescent.
So you were good at grammar.
I've never been called effervescent.
There's always a first time. Nimrat, did you achieve your educational goals? I mean, as kids, everyone has that dream, right? Somebody wants to be a pilot, somebody wants to be an engineer. Yeah. Did you achieve your dream, or did you sort of deviate from the standard procedure to follow your creative pursuits?
My dreams kept changing with every standard, yeah.
Okay.
At 8th standard, I wanted to be an astronaut, then I wanted to be an army officer, then I wanted to be something else. They kept changing, Then I realized that I want to be everything, so may as well try to be an actor.
That's exactly what I do. And
really?
I've said this several times.
Oh, no way.
That as a kid, ever so often your dream changes ki aaj businessman. Then you finally realize, hey, I become an actor and I can do all of that.
Yeah. Why do you have to choose? I can become... Now I can say as an adult that maybe that is what my lack of clarity was leading up to.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think, especially coming from a service background, this is a world which doesn't even exist anywhere close to you. So I didn't even know what is it that I really wanted to do. Yes, I was studious. I used to study and I used to try and get my grades and all of that. My boards changed from ICSE to CBSE, changing schools and all of that. But increasingly and all the way up till my graduation, I realized that this is not something that I love. I don't want to pursue a career in finance or something, doing an MBA or whatever was fashionable at the time. So after the 10th standard, I chose science with economics. Then I chose BCom honors. And then I said, I really don't know what I want to do with subjects. So that clearly means that I really don't have a line of thought with a career in mind with subjects I've been studying. So this is what I really love, because that was a running theme. In every school, anywhere I went, I was always interested in reactions from people. I used to make up stuff. Even at home, I used to make up stuff and come and see how people are reacting. If somebody's laughing, I was just interested in reactions. So slowly, I understood that, okay, maybe I enjoy performing. And this is something I want to pursue. And let's see if I can make money off it.
Right.
And let's see if I can turn it into a profession. And hence Bombay and whatever.
Right.
But career goals, is that what would... Yeah, so this is how it kind of
navigated into it.
Okay. The lack of clarity is where...
Okay.
What got me where I am.
Abhishek, was your journey starkly different because you come from a film family? Were you always sort of geared towards a creative career?
No, like I said, as a kid, you want to be something different every day. But with that, as one of the options, was also being an actor. Because that was the world you're surrounded with. There was a creative atmosphere at home at all times. Both my parents are actors. You're surrounded by their colleagues and friends. And I grew up on a film set. So it's a very natural progression as well. And it's something that really intrigues you. The magic of cinema intrigues me. How they used to make films intrigued me. So, yeah, but like I said, as a kid, you want to do something different every day. Then one day you have this epiphany that, hey, I can play that role. Yeah.
Right. And your character in the film, his sort of central theme is the second chance at life. That redemption. So in your personal life, have you ever had that moment where you've, contemplated, I should change everything? Has that ever occurred to you? Okay. And how have you dealt with that moment?
I think every human being goes through points in their lives where there's a lot of self-doubt, there's a lack of confidence, and you question a lot of what you're doing and why you're doing it. And I think everybody goes through that. I happened to lean on my father at that point of time. I went and I expressed what I was feeling, and he just set me straight. I think he just gave me perspective and gave me strength. And I think at that point of time, that's something that you really need. You just need that support or emotional strength to say, okay, keep continuing on this journey, because it's meant to happen, it will happen, but you just need somebody to tell you, apart from yourself, that no, it's going to happen, just keep at it. So I think it's a very normal thing that everybody goes through these phases where you wish you could have a do-over. But there are no do-overs in life, so you have to, you have to just get on with it.
Right. So coming back to the film now, how hard, you both have Haryanvi accents in the film. I know it's not a very easy accent to pick up, but once you've picked it up, has it ever happened you've taken it off camera and then it's become a problem?
No, not with me, no.
Neither with me. Not with me either.
Okay. But was it easy? Was it tough to pick up that accent and
Very difficult.
I've heard it's very difficult to maintain consistency with it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Any accent, isn't it difficult to maintain consistency in any accent actually? Which accent is easy in that sense?
Because I think, the problem with an accent, and we've discussed this at several places, with learning a new language, you learn a language from scratch. An accent is you already speak the language. You have to change the way your tongue is used to moving when it's speaking the language.
Right.
Like in Haryanvi, in Hindi we say, Are bhai. They don't say re, they say ra. They don't say bhai, they say bai. So it's Are bhai. The way they say it, there's a sing-song element to it. So it's these small changes that you have to make, which make it very difficult. Because you're so used to speaking in a particular way. And then to change that. If it's a new language, which is also very difficult, but it's a new language.
Right.
So you're learning the pronunciation of that from scratch.
Yeah. Over here it's about twangs, right? The twang that you sort of pick up.
It's kind of like we just meander into the accent, and we've kind of made sure that it's as understandable as possible. And Yami, Abhishek and I, all three of us have different grades of accents, owing to our personal journeys or backgrounds or whatever, which are for us to know. I think with also accents, what happens is there's a temptation to lean towards cliches.
Yeah.
Like if I'm doing in Italian, it's very bored.
Play to the gallery.
Yes. But it can very quickly become very annoying. So I have to make sure that I don't, do that with Haryanvi. No. There is a musicality to every accent. You'll find it in every language, whether it's Bengali, Gujarati, Marathi, anywhere. There is a musicality to every accent.
Right.
So it's very important. And what he said, it's not bhai, it's bai. So my problem was that it's not pai, because that's Punjabi.
Correct.
So Babiji.
That's
Babiji.
Babiji.
So it's a
So
lot
that's
of
what
fun.
makes it difficult.
Yeah. Almost seems like a science over here, at some point.
I'd love to know how she approached it, but I approached it like that. You need to understand the reason for it, the cause and effect.
Yeah.
So you should have a very mathematical approach to it, and then it becomes natural to you. So so the way Sunita ji, who's our dialect coach, the first fortnight that I sat with her and we were practicing and learning, we talked more about the character of Gangaram Chaudhary. She said if you get into his head and you understand what kind of a person he is, it'll make your speech a lot easier.
Right.
There's certain do's and don'ts, obviously, with the Haryanvi accent, but get into his head. Like she said things for this character, which was so nice. It actually helped me in my performance. She said, ye hamesha tao mein rehta hai. She said, people that come from that kind of background and that profession, they have this attitude that devil may care. You just carry that gait. When you have that gait, your speech will automatically reflect that.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff really helped me, So I feel you should have a very logical reason to doing things the way you do it, and then you can play with it.
It was very nice to watch her for me also, because with the advantage of her being a lady.
Yeah.
And she brought with her, she's also from Haryana actually.
Okay.
So it was very nice to watch her sometimes and watch understand the emotional balance of the scene through how she would say it.
Right.
So that was really nice as well.
Cool. Again, it sounds like it's a science, the way,
a lot of
in
fun.
hindsight, when you look at it, it's...
In fact, you have to make sure you don't overindulge.
True.
Because then, then once you start to get it, then it's so much fun that you want to overdo it everywhere. That was my problem.
Exactly.
I needed to curb it. I needed to pull back because then you're losing the emotional point or the point of the scene. Why are we here?
Yeah.
What are we here for?
Also, you can't let the audience feel alienated because not everyone watching is going to be
If I'm having
Haryanvi.
fun and the audience is in, then
Yeah.
it's not a scene.
True. So one final question, you've both done sort of socially relevant films before, but personally, as viewers, what is more exciting? Watching a socially relevant film or watching an all-out entertainer where you're just sort of having fun, playing to the gallery?
This is an all-out entertainer. This is a complete masala Hindi film. Nice, clean entertainment. You can sit with your family and watch it. From your grandparents to the grandchildren, everybody. There's not even one cuss word in the film. There's nothing explicit at all. So yeah, I don't like to classify it as a socially relevant film. We're not going to put forward any message and stuff it down your throat. through the entertainment, if you can come away with a nice message.
Great.
Correct. And I don't think it should be a choice. Why an either or? Why not both? If a subject is such where there is an unintended message, or even if there is an intended message, it's not going to work unless it's entertaining and engaging. How often have we come out of a film saying that what a lovely message, but what a boring film?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just it has to connect. Only then do you care about the message of the film.
Yeah.
You don't care about anything if you're not excited about what you just watched.
True. I mean, if the audience doesn't connect with the film, then the message is also lost.
Exactly.
Right. Great. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time
Thank you.
and great conversation, and best of luck for this.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank
Hope
you.
you enjoy it. Thank you.
Yeah.